Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to another general love forecast and giving you guys the opportunity to get your own personal mini reading request this evening. We're going to be live from about 6 to 8 p.m. this evening. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into some messages here this evening for the collective, and hopefully there's something in the messages that resonate with you. And if this is the first time that you're tuning in, welcome, and we'd love it if you subscribe to the channel for support, of course, and to be able to offer you guys more live streams and love forecasts throughout the month. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to start with On the Horizon Oracle. This one's by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So let's take a look and see what that energy looks like for you and the person that you are thinking about at this time. This can be for those who are in separation, who are coupled up but going through some challenges, but also even my single. So let's go ahead and see what presents itself here, just keeping an open mind as to what comes through. We're starting off with incoming love. Nice. All right, so if you're single, there seems to be the opportunity to be able to connect with someone. If you are in separation from an individual that you're focused on for this reading, it seems that there's the potential for communication at least. So let's see what else. We have peaceful. So whenever I see this, it reminds me of the opposite energy from what we would receive, for example, from a tower experience in a relationship. So it seems that peace can be restored in the relationship, or it could be that you're in a much better place in your life and ready to welcome in the type of love that you're looking for. Hi, Shazia. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. We'll take a look at that situation for you. Hi, Jules. Welcome. All right, let's see what else. Look at this. We've got the Divine Feminine showing up. So Divine Feminine, it seems that moving forward, things can go a lot smoother in your love life. And again, if you're not in a relationship right now, it does seem that you will have opportunities to be able to find love. We also have accomplishments. This could be focused on your love life, of course, but it could even be tied into your work environment or any other goal or dream or wish that you might be focused on at this time. So that's really nice energy right there. Look at this, and now we've got Embrace. That's a really nice card showing love and affection that you have with your person. But also, if you guys are in separation, maybe this embrace, this type of energy is being exchanged in the 5D, perhaps, if not in the 3D. All right, bottom of the deck, look at that. We've got blessing in disguise. So if there are particular situations that just don't seem to be either working out or you're not seeing a whole lot of progress, that delay could actually be a blessing, because maybe there's something that's preventing it from happening right now, but that could, as we can see, be a blessing in disguise. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what we can learn from this. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need to know here, please? Okay. Six of Pentacles. Equality in a partnership. We've got the Four of Swords. So for some of you, in order to restore peace in your life, and it is coming through for the Divine Feminine, you needed maybe to be single for a while or to spend time on your own. And maybe now, you know, the universe is picking up off of your readiness, perhaps, to be able to welcome in the right kind of love for you, or you already have. You know, I feel this was time needed for either the masculine or the feminine to be prepared for what's to come, because it looks like what the future has in store is a whole lot better than what the past might have represented. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Look at this. Here's the Divine Feminine once again, coming in as the Empress. For some of you, you might be Taurus. Okay, let's see what else. Finances look pretty good as well for some of you. We do see the solid foundation. You could be coming into some money, financial windfall, as we can see right there. So not only is your love life looking up, but maybe your work environment, new opportunities to be able to bring in improved finances, that could be coming through as well. And we do see accomplishments right here. So that's tied into that as well. And I love how we've got the Eight of Wands. It does represent fast-paced change. So if you're just not seeing it right now, I feel it's around the corner. You might just be surprised with what comes in for you, whether it's tied into your love life or something else that you've been waiting to happen. Because look at the next card. This is stagnant energy, but it's not going to be there forever. You see? So even though you've been waiting maybe for a long time for something to happen, it's on its way to you faster than what you might expect. So that's a good energy, and the way that's coming through, I feel that's a good thing. We also have the Nine of Cups. So whatever this goal, this accomplishment, this wish is that you're focused on, I feel it's close. It's on its way to you. Could be love. All right, so we've got the Lovers card coming through there. Some of you could connect with a Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart as well. So this does, whenever we see the Lovers card, yes, it's focused on matters of the heart, love, romance, the people that we connect with romantically. It always comes down to a choice and a decision, though. So that could apply to you, that could apply to the other person. And if you guys choose each other, then this is clarification that the path ahead looks a whole lot better than what the past might have been like for you. Look at this. We have the Seven of Cups. We also have the Magician. So I feel if you relate to this, you have many options, many choices that might present itself to you. But ultimately, the choice is yours, who it is that you will choose to invest your time and energy into. And that applies to the other person as well. You know, there could be more than one person interested, but ultimately, you both choose each other. We have the Magician. We have Gemini and Virgo presenting itself here also. This representing manifestation, not only in love, but as we can see, it could be work, it could be job opportunities, so many things tied into that, friendships, family, whatever it is that you're wanting to bring to the surface and manifest. And we do see the potential for a positive outcome. If it is a situation where you're in separation from somebody, there's the potential too that you could manifest a reconciliation, or that's what it is that they're wanting to bring in. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So new love on the horizon for my singles, and or it could be a new chapter in love for those of you who want to reconcile with a past love, a lost love perhaps. All right, so that's our opening message. Hopefully there's something there that resonates with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find out. I wanted to pull from the Charm Cards deck. This one's by Mystic Moon. Let's see what we can learn here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are here this evening. Whatever message needs to come through. For those as well who will be tuning in after it's been broadcast live, whenever you are guided to tune in and watch this. Let's see what those messages look like. Ooh, nice. We've got the infinity symbol, everlasting love, an everlasting love connection. Love that. We do have the snowman coming in. We're about to enter into fall season, autumn season, and the winter time will be here before we know it. So this could be giving us a time frame for some of you as to when something might come in when it comes to a particular person that you are thinking about. Let's see what else. Let me grab one more. So I feel for those of you especially who are apart, that you'll forever feel connected to this person regardless, but there could also be the potential to come back together or to get the conversation started around the winter time, maybe around the holiday season. We have whiskey, decompressed. You know, that could be a significant message for some of you. We have lightning bolt sudden, which could represent a tower moment, you know? So I feel if you've already experienced something like that, which could be a very challenging situation in your love life, for example, maybe there's something tied into either a breakup, a separation, and you just need a break, you know, maybe going out with your friends or people that contribute to you being able to just let go of your stresses. Let me grab one more here. Guided to one more. Look at that. And we've got the key unlock. Maybe somebody feels like you hold the key to their heart, or that's how you're feeling about somebody. All right, so let's clarify. A forever kind of love. I feel that there certainly is the opportunity to reconnect with somebody maybe later on in the year. I'm feeling too that it's not over, even though some of you guys might be in separation. I'm not feeling that it's completely over between you and this person. And we've got the 10 of Cups. Look at that. Very happy energy, of course. That could be picking up off of the infinity symbol, that you guys will forever be connected in this way. You fulfill each other, you make each other happy. Whether this involves marriage, long-term commitment, I feel the two of you have a very compatible connection here. Some of you could already be married, but maybe went through some challenges, but still being able to unlock a new chapter, perhaps. Part of the issue, we've got the Knight of Wands, excuse me, as well as the Death card. So some of you could be dealing with Scorpio. With the Knight of Wands, they tend to get a bit of a bad rap sometimes because they can be in and out of your life, thinking or feeling like the grass is greener on the other side. And that could have resulted in a breakup of a relationship here. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you guys were married or committed towards each other by that type of connection, but it just simply is indicating here that somebody had one foot out the door that might have created this sudden upheaval in the relationship, and that came to an end. But this also makes way for change. That's one good thing, one good quality about the Death card, because something comes to an end for a reason, and it creates change, necessary change. And if somebody could not commit, they needed to realize this and maybe lose you for a time in order to have a second chance at love. That is, if you will even unlock this opportunity for them to return. Okay, because it's totally up to you, I feel, how this is going to play out. Look at this. We have the Four of Swords, we have the Fool, we've got the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Hierophant. So somebody is ready to commit. Somebody needed to spend time on their own, I feel. They needed to be able to have time to think about their actions, what they might have done wrong, how they hurt you, how they created this type of situation in the relationship, to be able to assess the fact that they did some damage here, you know. And so that's what this is for. The Four of Swords is to heal. It's to recuperate from something difficult perhaps that might have happened. So you guys needed to go your separate ways for a time. But we've got enough cards coming through here letting us know that there's a second chance perhaps to start again. And maybe this second chance is what's going to let this person prove to you that they really are fully committed to the partnership. And look at that, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is manifesting a wish. We've got the Eight of Wands popping up once again. So it seems that this wish is close. It's on its way to you when it comes to this situation, if it hasn't manifested already. I'm kind of getting for some of you that that wish, whatever it was, it's already manifested for you in the 3D. Yeah, look at this. We have another ace. So whatever created this lightning bolt, this sudden, unexpected disaster or drama in the relationship, that was probably cut out of the equation so that you guys could just concentrate on the two of you. Look at this. And then we have the Magician to be able to manifest it in the 3D. I feel for some of you guys, there's the possibility that it already has come through for you. And for those who are anticipating it, I feel it's close. That's just what I'm instinctively getting, that it's closer than what you might think. You know, it's not as far or as much of a fantasy as it is a reality. So let's grab some time frames here. I feel like grabbing time frames for those of you that resonate with this. Let's see. It's close. Angels and spirit guides, please give us a time frame. What is this during the holidays? So winter time, holiday season, Christmas time, that might be the time frame that this will all culminate in either a reunion, to be able to see each other face to face. Look at the bottom of the deck, guys. As much as I've shuffled this deck, we've got December. That's pretty cool, the way that came through like that. All right, so holiday season, December, Christmas time, a fun time during the year to come together, to be able to have that long-awaited conversation, perhaps, to heal what needs to be healed through maybe a long-awaited conversation is what I'm getting. Some of you guys might even come back together during the holidays. That's pretty cool, the way that presented itself. All right, let's go ahead and grab another set of cards, and then we'll go ahead and get started for those of you who have requested a personal mini reading. So if that's something that you are interested in this evening, please go ahead and submit that at any time. And all the information that I'll need will pop up on the screen. So it's either through Super Chat or any of those formats down below that's scrolling on the screen. All right, so here we go. Let's grab one final message for the collective here. Look at this. We've got soulmate presenting itself. Beautiful. We have vibrations. This always reminds me of two people who might not be together right now, but you're still feeling each other's vibes. You know, you're still feeling very connected to them, even though they might not physically be with you. You're very much connected energetically, spiritually, emotionally, in your heart space, telepathically. It's all there. We also have commitment, okay? We have particular signs, perhaps, that you need to pay attention to. And of course, those signs can be whatever it is that you feel would be significant for you and your person. It could be a number, it could be their birthday, it could be their name, it could be a song that you hear. Whatever it is, you're gonna know when you see it. We have grief. Part of that grief might have something to do with a breakup or the fact that you guys are not together at this point in time. Okay, so however way that's representing itself. We have healing, which I feel is much needed for some of you to be able to restore the balance back into the partnership. And lastly, look at that. There's somebody who clearly wants to return. They want to be a part of your life. It's either that or they're really wanting you to know. They want that reconciliation more than anything. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can clarify here. Somebody wants you back. Maybe they were not very good at commitment before, but I feel there's an energy that has shifted and changed for this person. or they had other commitments that they needed to take care of. And if you guys are apart, they're miserable without you. You guys are both miserable without each other. Angels and spirit guides, please, what else do we need to know? They want a new beginning. They know that they have to do something about this in the 3D in order for this to be a reality. They could have also done some very foolish things. We also have the Ace of Wands, you see. They still see the potential here. And they want to be able to create this new beginning with you. Maybe you feel the same way. Let's see what else. What else, please? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you might be dealing with an Earth sign, Divine Masculine, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It's all about the details, and maybe some of those details were not acknowledged before. And one of those details might have something to do with their commitment to the relationship. But they're also telling you here, I feel for my Divine Feminines, that they want to take things slow this time because they don't want to make any mistakes, perhaps, or they just want to be able to take their time to be able to get the relationship moving in the right direction this time. Let's see what else. All right, so Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. Some of you could be representing water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, what else? And this, of course, picking up off of the feminine's intuition. So that comes through a lot in my readings for the feminines, especially, to just be able to follow your heart when it comes to whatever's going on with your masculine. For some of you, take this if it applies. I feel I could have a situation here where there could be either an age gap, not necessarily substantially large, although it could be for some of you. But if you're dealing with a younger masculine and you are representing the older counterpart here, I feel they needed to mature a little bit, you know, in order to really have a better understanding of how to be a better partner here for you. So I feel that's a good thing. We also have the Knight of Cups, very romantic, okay? And I feel with the commitment card coming through here, this person needed to grow up a little bit. And I feel the time away did them a lot of good, but it could have also been that blessing in disguise that we saw earlier that could have been very helpful. So the time apart could have been that blessing. Look at that, Two of Cups. This person, and we see the soulmates reference again. All right, so they consider you to be a soulmate. Maybe you consider them to be a soulmate also. I feel they love you. I feel this person legitimately has some very strong feelings for you. Maybe you are in love with this person as well, but you could have also needed to spend time apart in order for them to either miss you, to appreciate you more, not take you for granted, or to be able to treat you right this time, especially if they ended up hurting you through their lack of commitment. Look at this. And now we've got the Sun. I love it. So there really is the potential for real happiness here for this connection. That's awesome. Radiance and abundance. And whatever was in the dark before, it's being illuminated at this point. The sun is shining brightly on it. And if that's their love, if maybe they didn't get a chance to really show you how much they loved you and cared for you, it's coming to the surface now. And I feel it'll be a whole lot easier for them to be able to express that love to you with a reconnection. We also have the Three of Cups. As you can see, that's a reason to celebrate something. That could be a celebration of a reunion. It could be the holiday season. That's just a very celebratory type of energy. It could also be a new beginning in love for the two of you. It's a very positive connection, I feel. Oops, and I just got a card that flew. Hold on one second. Look at this. This one flew literally out of this deck, the Two of Swords. So even though there might not be a whole lot going on right now, I feel that's temporary because this person clearly wants you back and they're willing to do whatever it takes in order to create progress and movement for the two of you. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. So as we can see, there's cheerful news attached to this. You're going to be able to receive this message from this person, and it's going to make you very happy. All right, that's what I'm getting from that. So that's awesome, I feel. And for those of you who are in separation, I feel it's just a matter of time before you guys reconnect. We clearly see that they want you back, and whatever heartbreak or grief you have been through, I feel you will certainly heal once the conversation begins, and you'll be able to get things off your chest. They'll be able to express whatever it was that they might have failed to say before, and the two of you will really have a good chance at love once again. That's what I'm getting there. All right. Wow, some pretty intense messages, and I love the reference to the holiday season coming in, and just the fact that December and the winter time is reflected as to when something significant can really happen for those of you who are hoping to reconcile with someone or to get the conversation started. Even for my singles, there's a really good chance that you guys might find love around the latter half of this year. Nice. All right, so let me go ahead and get my cards organized, and then we'll go ahead and tackle the personal mini reading requests that have been submitted. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, thank you for your patience. So Dawn, you're up first, and then Shazia, you're after that one. And then Ashanta, you are next after that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. So Dawn and KR, is there any future relationship there? Okay, Aquarius. Oh, you guys are both Aquarius. Past relationship for about a year. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at KR's vibe and energy. All right, here we go. Let's see what's up. Taking a look at KR Aquarius and the connection with Dawn Aquarius. So what's going on there? Were you guys together for about a year, Dawn, or you've been apart for about a year? Let's see. We've got contemplate. We have divine partnership. Okay, let's see what else. We have hollow. We have boredom. Okay. And then we have discover. What I'm getting from KR here, you guys have been apart. Well, he's doing a lot of thinking, and even though we see these two cards where he might be looking at other options in love and romance, he hasn't really been able to find anything that piques his interest, I feel. And we see in the heart space here with this hollow energy that he's almost keeping himself not really so much tied into his emotional side, just kind of observing and seeing what's out there, but not really meeting anybody of substance, I feel. This is what he's looking for, but I feel he's just not finding it right now. And that might have something to do with the connection with you. Let's go ahead and see if that is the case here. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on the connection between Dawn and KR, Aquarius. I feel he thinks about you. And he's not really finding anything that even comes close to maybe what you guys had. Let's see. But at the same time, he's not really doing much about it. That's just the vibe that I'm getting from him. All right, let's see. All right, well, we've got the Four of Cups right here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. This is clarifying for me, Dawn, that he does think about you, especially when there's not a whole lot going on in his day-to-day. You know, maybe he could be at home just bored with nothing going on in his life. And he thinks about you. And it represents happy memories, even though you guys are apart and maybe there were certainly some challenges there. But it's interesting to me how the Six of Cups is right next to that Nine of Swords, which is picking up off of nightmares, paranoia, representing depression. And then we see the Four of Cups with that depression energy as well. So I'm just getting here that even though it brings him happiness to think about the times that you guys shared, it stresses him out as well. And that might have something to do with him being on the fence about it. This right here represents the fact that if he wants you guys to get back together, that he recognizes he's the one that's going to have to take action to make that happen. So I feel there are times when he questions that because he knows it falls on his shoulders to be able to bring you guys together. He's the younger counterpart here. Okay. Well, this represents the fact that, you know, you guys are apart, that it did come to an end, and it really does fall on KR here in order to create whatever changes need to happen. You know, if he's bored, if he feels that he still needs to explore his options in love and romance, he's the only one that's going to have to be able to realize that for himself, that if you guys belong together, that's an epiphany that he needs to come to on his own. The Contemplate card and the Six of Cups, I feel a lot of his time is focused on you, but he's also on the fence about what it is that he wants in his romantic life, and that can create a bit of a sort of like a, not necessarily a blockage, but he's on the fence. I'm just feeling he's on the fence here. We have the Eight of Swords. We see that key word of helplessness. So maybe he's also feeling like he's not in a position to do much about this right now, or he gets very much in his head about what to do. So rather than doing something, he doesn't do anything. I hope that makes sense. You know, it's almost like he's in a position to do something to help bring you guys together. He thinks about it, he contemplates, but he stops himself. That's just the vibe that I'm feeling here. We do have the Ace of Wands. We see the Fool. We see the Hierophant. He has the potential to have a new beginning with you, to be able to commit to the partnership. But I feel he stops himself. And maybe you would know why that apprehension is there. He stops himself from digging a little bit too deep. And then we go back to this Four of Cups, and it really does represent a missed opportunity. So if he tends to be a little bit wishy-washy or if he feels like he's got all the time in the world to be able to make this decision. He's an introvert. That makes sense. But that could cost him, you know, if he does not take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of him, then that window is going to close. That door is going to close. You're ready for marriage and he's not. I see that because he's not tapped into his emotional space there. It's almost like he's afraid to love, if that makes sense. And then we see these two cards. So I feel when it comes to KR, he's not ready, like you mentioned, you know, and that's clearly indicated right here. He's got a lot to learn still, honestly. We see that with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, he needs to be able to grow up and mature a little bit more, and that really has nothing to do with his age. I feel it's his mental space that needs to be able to mature a little bit more and not be so afraid to love and let someone in fully. It's almost like he feels that if he were to get married or settle down or be exclusive, it's tripping him out for some reason. And I get that too with the Nine of Swords, where he thinks about this and he stresses himself out unnecessarily. He really does. He stresses himself out about this. And that creates almost like this stalemate type situation where he's not creating any progress or movement in his romantic life with anybody. So even though he's out there wanting to just put himself out there to be able to see what types of connections he could get into, he's not making any sort of substantial progress because of his mental space or how he's preventing himself from falling in love because of his inability to commit fully. And as you mentioned, he's not ready for that type of commitment. And that's still what I'm getting when I focus on KR's energy. He's still not ready. So he could actually be losing out on some wonderful opportunities, including the connection with you, Dawn. You know, and you're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for KR to wake up and go through this epiphany. If it happens, great, but you certainly are not meant to just be sitting there twiddling your thumbs and waiting. You're meant to be out there discovering as well so that you can find happiness. So we keep going back to this Four of Cups, because if he takes too long to come to that realization, then it's his loss and his regrets and his missed opportunity. Because if he waits too long, you're going to find somebody else. And then we have the Lovers card. Okay, so it comes down to his choice, but it comes down to your choice as well, you know? So I'm just feeling here that if he waits too long, that's just what I keep getting. If he waits too long, it's his loss. So this is a decision and a choice card, and he's fighting the intensity of the connection, perhaps. He knows in his heart space, and I'm just instinctively feeling he knows in his heart space, you guys have a good connection. But he's also feeling like the grass is greener on the other side. You know, it's like, oh, well, this is good, but I think I could find something better out there. And he's not. He's not finding anything better out there. All he's finding are connections that bore him. And that's not good. You know, it's almost like he's wasting his time trying to discover something that he already had. So that's his lesson to learn, ultimately. That is what I'm getting from KR. So I hope that offers you some insight there, Dawn, as far as the situation with what's happening here. He's not ready still. And you know what? Let's go ahead and grab some time frames to see when will he be ready. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on KR and Dawn. Aquarius, can you give us a time frame, please, as to the possibility of reconnecting as a couple? Let's see. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. Give me a time frame, please. Oh, come on. We have tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe there's the possibility that all of a sudden he'll wake up and reach out. I don't know what that's referring to, but let me grab another one. Tomorrow. He might have some realizations tomorrow. We have patience. It's on its way. And then the bottom card is September, which obviously is this month. So he just might surprise you here, Dawn, and maybe connect. Well, not necessarily connect, but maybe reach out, or there could even be a message that you end up getting either telepathically or in the 5D. So I'm just not feeling that anything too significant will be happening this month, but maybe you'll receive some sort of sign that something's about to come to the surface. Okay, so we can always, of course, take a look at this energy for a future live stream, but that's what's coming through. So that is what it is. Let's go ahead and see how it unfolds this month. Okay, that's all I've got for you. Thank you so much, as always. That was interesting. Thank you so much, Dawn. Appreciate it. All right, so let's move on. So Shazia, you're up next. Friends is fine. Yeah, I feel if anything, if you guys do reconnect as friends, perhaps that would be a good thing too, if he really is just on the fence and he doesn't know what he wants. So that in and of itself could be a blessing in disguise too. All right, so Shazia, what can I expect with Sobi going forward? Okay, let's see. All right, so for the two of you, I want to pull from a different deck here. Let's see. Okay, let's grab some cards from the Love Compass Oracle here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on the connection between Shazia, Virgo, and Sobi, Capricorn. What can you tell us, please, at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please, for this connection. What can you tell us, please? We have quality time, which is good. What else, please? Children are playing a factor here. Okay. Which, that makes sense, of course. He's got the family dynamic there. What else, please? Oh, that's no surprise, considering the reconciliation. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we can tap into. I feel like grabbing from a different deck here. Give me 1 second, and then we'll clarify this, of course. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Shazia, Virgo, and Sobi, Capricorn. We have cleanse. Okay, so I feel that's a good thing, because there is this opportunity to clear past energies, what you guys have been through before. It does say make room for new energy, new mindsets, another chance for your relationship to start anew, new adventures, new beginnings. So I really like how that's presenting itself here. Okay, and so let's go ahead and read these. Quality time. More quality time is needed with this person, which I agree with. Put forth extra energy and effort into this relationship. Make time for dates and fun. You know, date nights, being able to spend time together. That's very important for the two of you right now. Take the initiative and try surprising them with a romantic gesture. That can come from either of you, of course. And that could certainly bring the romance on a whole different level for the two of you. So that's really nice. And we do have the family dynamic with his children. Children are involved in this relationship. That's something, of course, that has already been known. the possibility of bringing in a child for the two of you, maybe somewhere down the line. That certainly is a possibility. Okay. And there's also the reference for the two of you just being very lighthearted and very childlike, it says. And that could certainly be tapping into just the fun that you have together, you know? And then, of course, the reconciliation that we see, taking your relationship to the next level here. So that's quite fitting. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot also. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Shazia, Virgo, and Sobi, Capricorn. What else, please, can you tell us? Well, here you are coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. You are, of course, representing, well, you both represent Earth energy. Pentacles representing Earth, so that makes sense for me. I think that came through for you last time. And just the fact that you've always been very giving of yourself to Sobi. And that will continue. You're coming through as a very nurturing, very giving individual. We see the Ten of Cups, which I feel is very fitting considering the family. This is picking up off of the family dynamic here, but it's also representing the two of you, the relationship, and how beautiful it can ultimately be in the future. It looks really nice that you guys can finally get to a place where the two of you can really explore what the future has in store here. The type of connection where it really does fulfill you and you don't have to worry about other factors in the relationship, and it really is just the two of you connecting and loving each other and being together. Look at the next card. We've got the Sun. I love it. So these two cards together, it's basically telling you that your relationship is about to take off on a whole different level, unlike anything that maybe you guys have experienced before. Because I feel before the reconciliation even happened, Sobi might have done a lot of thinking before even taking action to be able to bring that to fruition. And he knows what's involved this time and the role that he plays and where this could all go. We do have the Fool coming through. So this really is a new beginning for the two of you to explore this very happy future together. And not to say that it's going to be 100% wonderful and no challenges will arise, but I'm feeling that it's nothing that you guys can't ultimately work out together. Look at this. We've got the King of Pentacles. So you guys, I'm not surprised, coming through as divine counterparts here, King and Queen of Pentacles. You guys, of course, represent both Earth energy, so it really makes sense in the way this is presenting itself here. That's so cool. Let's see what else. But yeah, you guys are divine counterparts. And I love how we've got the Six of Pentacles. So this is telling us that the relationship is very healthy. It's bringing forward the equality that's necessary in order for the relationship to be thriving in the future. I feel before it was a very different vibe, especially due to his obligations and the fact that he needed to really cleanse old chapters of his life in order for you guys to focus on a new chapter, a new beginning here. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Empress. You're coming through, of course, with the Hermit energy. And I love how the Divine Feminine energy is right next to your Virgo representation right there. So I'm feeling here, Shazia, that maybe you've also spent a lot of time on your own really thinking about the direction that this could go, what it would mean to you, what it is that you can create with Sobi. And, you know, whatever it is that you have pictured for the future, all of those things will take time to manifest. But I feel as long as you guys both are on the same page, which I feel you are, and being able to put in the effort together, and again, it's representing itself here that you guys are on board and on the same page, then the future looks bright. The future looks very good. It's a healthy partnership. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So finances, that is being addressed here as well. You're both coming through with Pentacles, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. So I feel you guys could be representing a very successful couple as well, you know, not only in love, but maybe in the business world, if you guys ever considered going maybe into business together. I don't know, that just seems to be coming through here. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which of course representing destiny for the two of you. Even though you spent time apart, and I know it was so incredibly difficult to just have to keep hearing, be patient, it's on its way, be patient, it's gonna happen. And, you know, I mean, a day is too long to wait for particular things to happen. And when it's taking months or even years, that's just unbearable. I couldn't even imagine waiting that long, but that was a part of the reality for you and Sobi. And so I feel this is now progress in a whole different way for you guys to be able to have this new chapter and really find happiness this time. And then we have the Hierophant. So I feel there were lessons that maybe both of you learned on this journey, and it's now time to dedicate towards the relationship, the partnership, and the commitment that you have for one another. We have the Chariot, and I love how we've got the Lovers here because you guys are choosing each other. So remember, the Lovers card is a decision that you make when it comes to your heart space, your emotions, the person that you love, the person that you want to be able to be with. And we see the progress here with the Chariot, that despite everything that you guys have been through, this is now coming forward as a triumphant outcome. Much needed, long awaited. So I love how that's presenting itself here. And going back to the Cleanse card, that's a part of this vibe too with the Ace of Swords. It's almost like something needed to be cut out in order to be able to cleanse out old energies. And that came through with facing the situation, gaining clarity about what needed to happen. And I feel a lot of it fell on Sobi's shoulders to be able to make this happen, and he manifested it for the two of you. So that's good. And then we have the Six of Wands, and as we can see, victory right there. The Ace of Swords represents that also. It's putting you guys in a seat of power to really be able to make this a successful partnership. So I absolutely love the direction that this is going. So let's go ahead and grab a time frame too. Let's see what presents itself here. A time frame for the next chapter for you and Sobi. Taking things to the next level in the relationship. Oh my God, we just can't seem to get away from this. Shazia, have patience. It's on its way. So something nice is presenting itself for the two of you. And then we have when you least expect it. All right, so I really do feel that you and Sobi are on a much better journey at this point. I don't see anything challenging at all. And I feel it could certainly run a whole lot smoother moving forward. All right, so I'll leave that there. It looks really good the way it's coming through. So enjoy the connection. Enjoy the fact that you guys have reconnected. And it looks really nice the way it's presenting itself here. Thank you as always. I like that reading for the two of you. All right, so moving on. So Ashanta, I've got your request here. You're so welcome, Shazia. Thank you. All right. Let me just get these cards organized here. So Ashanta, you're next. All right, here we go. So what's the energy between me and Gemini? Okay, so you're Libra. Okay, let's take a look. What deck am I drawn to for you? Okay, so Ashanta. Are you and your person together, Ashanta? Or are you guys in separation? Okay, here we go. Well, I don't know if you guys are in separation, but that's what's coming through here. Okay, that could also be reflecting the time that you spent apart. Look at this. We have a stalemate situation. So if you guys are not together right now, there's not a whole lot of movement that's happening right now. However, we do have this card. So it seems that the separation, if that is what's going on, it's only temporary. I feel there's the opportunity for you guys to reconnect. All right, let me see what other decks I am drawn to here. Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta, Libra, and her person of interest, Gemini. We see incoming love again. That came through in the general love forecast. We have a yes response right there. So if you two are not together, or if you're going through some challenges, it seems that you guys can overcome it, that there's still love presenting itself here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Ashanta, Libra, and her person of interest, Gemini. What do we need to know here, please? What do we need to know? All right, so one of you distanced yourself. You might have walked away from your Gemini, or they could have done that. They could have also had other options in love and romance, maybe. Oh, wow. All right, Ashanta, so we see the Two of Swords. We see two cards here representing a stalemate. So I didn't receive any background on your connection, but it does seem that it's just not moving right now. That doesn't mean there cannot be progress later on, because we clearly see that it's not over between the two of you. Okay, but you're also not meant to put your life on hold. You're not ever meant to put your life on hold waiting for somebody to invest in the relationship. Right now, they're just unable to give you what it is that you're looking for when it comes to your Gemini. You are in separation. It's clearly indicated right here. So as of progress towards a reconciliation, Ashanta, it's just not happening right now. We'll go ahead and grab some time frames to clarify that. But we see two stalemate messages here. But we also see that they don't want it to be over, or that it will not be completely over. So it's one of those things where you guys might not be together, but it's not over, you know? So maybe the time apart, as we saw actually during the general love forecast, that it's a blessing in disguise that you guys might not be together right now, because your Gemini might need a little bit more time to really figure out that you guys belong together. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know, please? Well, we see that your Gemini thinks about you, and maybe you could certainly be thinking about them. We see the happy memories from the Six of Cups. This is the past influence from this person. And this can also represent a desire to reconcile. That could be where you're coming from. I feel that your Gemini, it crosses their mind. Okay. So even though it did come to an end, as we've seen the Death card representing itself here, and as I talked about earlier, this is a card of transition, transformation, and change. And it's right next to this Yes card. So there's the opportunity for a new beginning after something changes or shifts for the two of you. Let's see. We do have the Seven of Swords. So either you guys broke up because of infidelity, or your Gemini just wasn't being open and honest with you somehow. Okay, it doesn't have to be a third-party situation unless you know that that's the case. But I feel part of the reason why we have a stalemate is because your Gemini needs to get to a place where they really can come forward from a place of authenticity rather than lying to you, hiding things from you, cheating. If there were other people in this equation, which is possible because of the Seven of Cups, you know, love triangles, third parties, if that was part of the drama, I feel that your Gemini needs to get to a place where these options are not here, you know, and to be able to choose you and only you. Right now, I don't feel your Gemini is quite there yet, unable to give you this equality in the relationship, you know. And I mean, it's nice that they think about you, they miss you, but they need to be able to create more change through their behaviors, in how they conduct themselves, and in really wanting to show up or resurface in your life. Because if they can't do that, you are better off walking away from this person. So the World card, that cycle that has completed, represents that separation, but it also paves the way for you to move forward with your life, you know, and to maybe open up a new cycle, whether that includes your Gemini or not. Here's your Gemini. Look at that. We've got the Lovers card popping up. Love choices, decisions, as we've already seen in the other readings. And so this can sometimes represent a love triangle, a third party. So if that was the case, then I am feeling here that that could still be a prominent presence in your Gemini's life. And they have to get to a point where they choose you. If this person doesn't end up choosing you, then here's the advice right from the very beginning: to simply walk away, because you deserve better. Okay, so even though this is hurting you that you guys are not together, this is clarification with that Nine of Wands that things will improve in your life. You know, possibly no thanks to this person for now, but you can certainly create healing in your life for yourself to be able to find better experiences that could make you happy. So I say give this one a particular time frame, maybe no more than 6 months. If you don't see any progress or interaction towards a reconciliation here, Ashanta, then take it upon yourself to just walk away and distance yourself, close that chapter, and focus on being able to heal from it and move on. And that's what's going to bring you new love, as we can see, incoming love. But I'm also feeling, because we see it's not over, the tables could turn, which I've been saying a lot, that they come to the realization that you really are the one that they want. But realizing that when you've already found new love, it's not going to work. It's too late. You know, so that could be a lesson that they end up learning later on. Because if your Gemini really wants you, then they're going to have to put in the effort and the work. So what I'm getting here, Ashanta, in order to really get that definitive answer, it's going to take a little bit more time here. In the meantime, focus on yourself. You know, this time apart could be, as I've mentioned, a blessing in disguise. Being alone right now, being single, could be preparing you for something better coming in, if your Gemini takes no steps to be able to bring you guys back together. And then we have the Star. You're coming in with the energy of the Empress. And if they can't come in to match your energy as the Emperor, then you need to go out there and find that specific divine counterpart for it yourself. I feel that you're being led down a different path, but again, you might not realize that until later on. So that's my suggestion. Give yourself anywhere from 3 to 6 months to see what your Gemini does. If they don't do anything, that's your sign to not even expect any sort of anything from your Gemini and just focus on finding love elsewhere, you know? So that is what I'm feeling. Let's see what else. Because this wish can manifest for you, but it might come through in a way that's manifesting itself in a different way from what you had initially envisioned. It might not be with your Gemini, but it could come through with somebody else completely way better suited for you. Look at this. We have a Tower, and then we have the Six of Swords. So You guys are already in separation, so the tower represents that separation, and you are being directed to move on and transition away from this partnership. So yes, there's the possibility that maybe they reach out somewhere down the line, especially if they have changed, if they feel they're a better person than the person who hurt you. But again, you're not meant to just wait, and you're not meant to put your life on hold. So get out there, live your life. You're coming through as the Empress. You can manifest your own wishes. If this person, your Gemini, really wants to be with you, let them do the legwork. Let them catch up to your journey. And if they fall short, that's because they're not meant to be a part of your future. Okay, you can manifest these wishes on your own. And I have a feeling it might have something to do with somebody completely brand new who could really show up for you the way you needed this Gemini to show up. All right, so give this one a little bit more time, but we'll go ahead and grab those time frames for you, okay? And see what pops up for the Gemini here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta, Libra, and her person of interest. Gemini, can you give us some time frames, please, as to when she will either get clarity or some insight about this connection? This month. Okay, so you will get an answer this month. Bottom of the deck, we do have 4 months. So anytime between now and maybe latter half of this year is when you will have a definitive answer as to what to do, what their intentions are. And if you don't hear anything in 4 months, that could be your message that it's time to let go. It's time to not expect anything from this person. Walk away. If they resurface, then it's up to your Gemini to be able to really show you what their intentions are. Don't be afraid to ask any questions and get your answers that way, and trust your gut and intuition, because that will tell you so much, So that's where I'll leave that one, Ashanta. I feel honestly that you're better off without this individual because you deserve so much more. I'm just ultimately feeling from their energy that they really don't have the best of intentions, that even if they come back, they could still have one foot out the door and end up cheating again. That's just something I'm feeling. So even though they might show up and say, "Oh, let's not end things, let's try again," you got to really make sure that they're being open and honest and that they're not being deceptive with you in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So that's what I've got for you. Thank you so very much. Do we have any other requests, Cam? No. All right. So I don't see any other reading requests. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this one with an interactive yes/no answer session for those of you who are here. So give me a number from 1 to 5. Okay, so Cameron, our delightful moderator, has chosen 5. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 5 cards individually from my yes/no oracle. You guys are probably familiar with this one, especially if you have seen me do this. So you can ask up to 5 questions. It does not necessarily have to only be about love and romance. It could be about anything. Oh, Jordan sent one. Okay, hold on, Jordan. Oh, on Cash App. Yeah, okay, we don't see those notifications. Thank you for letting us know. Have you submitted your information already? And then I'll go ahead and do that for you. We don't see the notifications for Cash App, so if you submitted your info there, we don't see it. So if you could please submit it down below in the comments, and I'll definitely be able to do your reading. Okay? All right, so question number 1, guys, whatever that might be. And if it's just an answer that's not favorable, as I always say, it could be timing that's off, or it could be a blessing in disguise. That seems to be the theme this evening. If it's not happening, maybe there's a reason why. All right, so go ahead and ask your first question. Again, whatever it is, only you will know what it's about. Here we go. Okay, so question number 1 is coming through as a yes. Hopefully that's a positive response there. Thank you, Jordan. All right, I'll do your reading right after the yes/no questions here. I apologize, we didn't see that one. All right, guys, second question, whatever it is. Could be about career, friendships, family, an opportunity, anything. Question number 2 for the collective, please, angels and spirit guides. And you can either say it out loud or think about it. The second question is coming through as a no. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a negative, okay? It depends on what your question is. All right, so question number 3. Whatever it is, guys, give you time to think about it. Say it out loud, meditate on it, focus on it, write it down if that helps. Question number 3, for those who are here, or even for those who end up watching this after it's gone live. Whatever it is, here we go. So this one's also coming up as a no, so it really does depend on what your question is. I did a reading once for a client who wanted this type of question session, and their question was, is my spouse having an affair? And it came through as a no repeatedly, which was good. So it doesn't have to be negative unless, of course, you know that it's just not the answer you want. So timing, or it's just not the right opportunity or situation for you. So if you have a fourth question, now is the time to focus on that. Here we go. We have a yes for number 4. All right, guys, so one last question for the collective, and then Jordan will go ahead and get into your reading. Thank you for waiting. All right, guys, one final question. Here we go. We have a yes. Okay, so 3 yeses, 2 nos. Whichever one of these is not a favorable response, just give it a little bit more time, or this could be a message from your angels or the universe to let you know that there's something different or way better suited for you out there. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Hopefully that helps. Okay, Jordan, let me read your information. You're Libra, and I just want to know, what can I expect in love? Absolutely, let's take a look at that. Okay, so all right. Oh, thank you, Dawn. So let's grab some letters, Jordan, for you when it comes to love, romance, people that could be surrounding you, people that could be coming in, that could be significant for you in your romantic life or any part of your life. Let's see. You're welcome, Ashanta. Thank you so much. Okay, Jordan, we're starting off with an F. We have Y. We have R, okay. I'm being drawn to pull 3 more here. We have an M. We have a G. Let me grab one more. And I find it so interesting. Your name is Jordan Ford. We've got an F and an R right here. So somebody could have similar letters, but this could also be a significant message telling you that maybe your next relationship could be the one, especially when a person's own letters come through. and we have E. Okay, so those are the letters that are presenting itself here. You can always go back to this reading anytime, especially once you connect with somebody romantically. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some zodiacs for you that could play a significant role as to who it is that you will connect with in your romantic life. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And then we'll take a look at the energy that's presenting itself for you. You could connect with Libra. So another Libra like yourself. You could also connect with Leo. We also have Aquarius. Let me grab two more. We have Cancer, one more. One more. Or Gemini. Okay, so again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus representation. Okay, so that will hopefully give you an idea, especially once you connect with somebody. You can, again, always go back and watch this and see if any of these are significant. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight for you when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, what it is that you will encounter, what it is that you need to watch out for, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Not necessarily bad, but, you know, let's take a look and see what you need to watch out for, if anything. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Jordan, Libra. Okay, what can be expected, please, in love and romance? All right, what do we need to know here? Okay, this is a red flag, so you got to be mindful of people who just want to have a casual affair, perhaps, or get you entangled in drama. All right, and you're going to know their intentions right away when you connect with that type of person. Maybe they're married or they're committed elsewhere. So that's a red flag that you need to be mindful of. Let's see. What else, please, for Jordan, Libra? We do have somebody coming through grounded, at peace with who they are. And if they're coming through with that type of energy, they're not going to get you mixed up in drama. So this really does come down as well to being able to trust your instincts. This is the next card we have, committed, won't ever let you go. So I feel you need to be able to decipher people that are coming towards you with not having the best of intentions, okay? And to be able to take your time getting to know somebody that really can go the distance with you, because that somebody is certainly somebody that you could connect with. Okay, we do see marriage material here. So here's the thing, you might meet somebody who could already be married, but this is also meant for you to connect with somebody who has that goal in mind, you know? All right, so let's see what else we can find out, and then we'll clarify with some tarot, of course. So stay away from the drama and take your time getting to know someone. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Jordan, Libra. What else do we need to know, please? We have the Florist. With proper love and affection, this partnership is sure to thrive. It may take time and dedication for romance to grow, bloom, and thrive into something beautiful, but it sure is worth the wait. A relationship guaranteed to beautify your life, you see? So it's a very similar energy, focused on what I just mentioned, that you want to be able to take the time to really get to know somebody, and that's how you're going to be able to decipher if they really are marriage material. Somebody that comes in super fast and wants to take things to the next level too quickly, can't be trusted more than likely. And interesting how that presents itself because the bottom of the deck is trust. Okay, so this says a strong bond that can withstand distance or time, an understanding that is unspoken but felt deep inside your heart. No doubts, no fears, no apprehension, no hesitation. This is the one who will always be there to catch you when you fall. So you have the capability to find that person, your ideal mate in this lifetime, which is great. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here. You'll know it in your heart when you meet this person. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Jordan, Libra, in love and romance. The right partner really will be able to invest fully in the connection. Six of Pentacles, you guys are both on the same page. So that's good. Here's your divine masculine, okay, coming in as the Emperor. You could also connect with an Aries divine masculine. This is a very clear message telling you to cut out people that don't have the best of intentions, people who have the capability to get you mixed up in drama, who are unfaithful, who don't have the capability to commit, perhaps. So you're also coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups, where, as we've seen already today, that you have to be able to trust your heart, what your intuition is telling you, because there will be people that won't be truthful, that will be deceptive, that will be hiding things from you. Those are the people that you want to let go of. Yep. So there will be some good intentioned individuals that will be presenting themselves to you, and you'll know. You'll know who that is. You definitely have new love on the horizon. Look at that. And look at this. Here you are coming in as the Empress. So this person will be your counterpart in this lifetime. Okay, you will know it when you connect with this person. You'll feel it in your heart. Okay, but in the meantime, focus on loving yourself, being able to put yourself on your own priority list. Let's see what else. And if you have already experienced people that did not have the best of intentions, maybe you've experienced infidelity in prior relationships, and now we've got the Seven of Cups, somebody who had way too many options. So I feel either you experienced that or the possibility of meeting people who are like that, it will present itself to you, and now you're armed with the information that you need in order to avoid that. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. What you're looking for really is this equality and the teamwork in a relationship where you're both wanting the same things, not somebody who's wanting to explore all of these other options, okay? And look at that. This is a part of your destination, Ten of Cups, where you can find happiness and love in romance. This for me represents marriage. This represents if you're wanting to start a family with someone, could be blended families too. But I feel this is happiness for you. That looks amazing. And if you haven't had the best of luck in love, it's about to change. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So your destiny is here as far as being able to connect with somebody who is your perfect match. And the Magician is here to ensure that you will be able to manifest this in this lifetime. So it looks beautiful the way it's presenting itself there for you. I love that. Marriage material, very happy outcome. So let's grab some time frames for you as well, Jordan, as to when this is possibly going to come in, or when you might make a love connection, perhaps, or just have a meeting with someone. It could be unexpected. Look at that on your birthday. Oh my. And I mean, Libra season is not that far, you know, so depending on when your birthday is, if it's in September, oh my goodness, or maybe October. But it seems that maybe during your birthday season is when you might make this love connection, or you might find yourself attracted to somebody and then it turns into something significant. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see. It's close. Look at this. We've got just around the corner. So I have a feeling you're going to make a love connection or find yourself interested or crushing on someone. You're a September baby. Okay, so it's close. And I don't know if you're throwing a party or if there's an event happening for your birthday, but you might not even be aware of meeting this person until around that time. It could be an accidental meeting. I have no idea, but it's close. All right, so I have a feeling you're about to feel this shift in your love life that could be very positive. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Jordan. And whenever your birthday is this month, I wish you a very happy birthday. It does look like it's going to be a very happy one for you. All right, so that's what I've got. I hope that brings you some insight that is helpful and gives you hope. It certainly looks wonderful the way it presented itself here. All right, thank you so much. And I'm sorry I missed your information. Yeah, unfortunately, when it's through Cash App, we just don't see the notifications. I'm going to try to see if there's a way to work that in. Yeah, thank you again. All right, guys, does anyone else want a personal mini reading this evening? You're so welcome, Jordan. Thank you. And if that's it, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Everybody that took the time to join us, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. And if you don't already subscribe to the channel, I'd love it if you do, so that you will be informed of when we have these live streams, as well as when I post the love forecast throughout the month. If you haven't already watched it, I did just post the Zodiac love forecast for the second half of September. Those are now live. And we will announce the future live streams on the community tab here, as well as on my Instagram page. So if you don't already follow us on IG, I would love it if you're tuned into that channel as well. I am the Celestial Forecast by Carrie on Instagram with the blue check mark, and I took that extra step to verify my page there because we were just getting so many scammers and fake accounts. It was ridiculous. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much for taking the time to join us, and we will see you guys real soon. Have a good rest of the night, or maybe morning or afternoon, wherever it is that you are watching us from. Thank you guys so much. Take care.